Hey guys, this is Mark from SixFiveTurboGarage.com. Welcome back to our continuing process of doing the repairs on this unfortunate incident of a thermal shock. Not really sure how this is all going to come together as far as the article and the video, but we'll try to piece something together that'll make some sense to you and hopefully can help you out some. Today we're going to drain the oil, and the goal is to get the pistons out. I need to find out what the size of the pistons, if they're still standard, and also the rod bearings. And then from there we can go ahead and start ordering parts. The heads are already out. I just need to clean them up for the guys at Portland Engine Rebuilders and figure out a time that I can go and bring those in and get those cleaned up, checked for true, and have the valve cracks repaired on those. And then at that point from there we'll just move on to accumulating all the rest of the parts and throwing it back together. So welcome to a beautiful sunny blue sky northwestern day on this fall afternoon, and we've got our dirty shirt on, so let's get busy. Make sure nothing's gonna fall too far, everything's connected. Still got my oil cooler hanging here from Leroy's stainless steel braided lines, but everything else looks like it's about ready to roll. Loosen her up there. Willing to bet the odds on making a mess here, they're pretty good, actually, I can tell you. One thing, this thing is over full from sitting with water in the cylinders, getting past the rings. This is not very stable here. Man, look at that. Pretty nasty. One thing about this fix that I'm doing here is really bugging me quite a lot, I'll be honest with you, is the fact that I just, quite frankly, I don't have the time to do it right. The time and the position I'm in as far as working outside, and the funds as well to be able to just go ahead and do a full rebuild on this thing. So worst case scenario is I'll end up having some bearings go bad, and I'll just have to pay attention to that, at which time I'll end up having to do a full rebuild in. The situation I'm in right now is temporary. I had to get out of my shop, so it left me outside, and my work situation, I'm going on a big project here pretty soon, and it's just, the timing is just all wrong. And so now I can prepare to be able to do it right. 5/16 on this block heater here. I've got two block heaters, 1000 watt on the other side under the starter, and this one is a 600 watt. So considering, well, I want to have two, while the motor's out and this difficult to get to part is accessible, I want to go ahead and get the higher rated block heaters. And considering the fact that well, I shouldn't say fact, but it looks like my goal is to go with the 18-to-1 compression pistons. So the only downside, if there is any, if you consider this a downside, is the fact that it's more difficult to start in cold weather. So the more heat that you can get on your motor, the better for those 18-to-1s. Extra volume of fluid in there has filled up my bucket. I believe our recycling place does not take oil with antifreeze in it, so I want to keep it separate. I'll put it in this milk jug here. Normally I just put it in a regular oil container, but I want to be able to distinguish between the two here. So this little Blitz thing is getting wore out. What I didn't want to have happen is pull that set screw all the way out. And if you've ever done these before, I'll show you here in a second. It's got a little butterfly arm sticking out. And as you tighten it, the butterflies are like this when you first install it. And then as you tighten the screw, it spreads them out. So what I didn't want to have happen is just to pull the screw all the way out and how those butterflies fall down. Although, yeah, and have it fall down inside the coolant passage there. So there we go. All right. So there you go. Show you how, if you've never seen how those work. This is lined up on the arms there, and then you can see how as you tighten that screw up, it pulls that in and pushes these arms out. So I loosened it and until I got a screwdriver in there and I could pull it, and it actually bent these arms in enough to where I loosened it a little more and I could finally get it out. And this is still a good one. It's just a 600 water, and it's of the what I consider, this one's been in there for years and it's worked fine, but I consider it a lower quality one because this is the stamped steel one as opposed to the basically the nice cast brass one. It's much more heavy duty. I've got it on the other side, and I'm going to put it in replacement of this. She's a heavy sucker. Coolant gonna come out of here. I'll try to catch that. Oil pan off. Those are little tins all the way around. Yeah. 10mm bolts. got two bolt studs underneath the motor mount. I don't know what those are for. Nothing attaches to them, but just so you know where they go. And you're putting it all back together. I'm gonna do something I should have done at the beginning. Pull that starter off there. .13mm 12 point for ARP starter bolts. Oh, it's easier pulling the starter out when it's in the truck. I always pick the last bolt I want to pull out of something, knowing it's going to be hanging there. If I wait till back here, it's all going to be flopping down. If I get it right here, it's a little bit more balance. It's not always a big deal, but a lot of the time it'll help you figure out how to pull something off without it falling apart in your lap. This is stuck in there pretty good, so I'm sure it's not going anywhere, but you gotta have it to get into. Now watch it fall off. Same process as the valve cover gaskets. Use a scraper with a sharp end to get her started. Well, that is coming off pretty good. Horribly catastrophic yet. No metal. I didn't have any on the drain plug either. It's got a magnetic drain plug. So yeah, we're looking good so far. Try to contain some of this oil here. Dripping all over. Let's see if we can't get her flopped over. It doesn't work out that well very often. It was aimed perfectly. Okay, there we go. I don't know that I'll be able to see very well, but I'm really interested in checking for main cracks. It's obvious. Try to get you a shot here of what to look at on the main cracks. So that's what you're looking for in them, for main cracks, right in this area here. And again, you might be there, I just can't see them, but there's nothing obvious here yet. I think it's okay anyway. This is the optimizer engine. They pretty much solved that fairly well. Not immune by any means, but